It may or may not come as a shock to many of you listening that I don't put much stock into retrograde. Now, I'm not saying there isn't any science behind it, but what I am saying is there is enough going on in my life on a day-to-day basis that I kind of don't need a retrograde that occurs every what feels like 4 days impacting it. But I posed a question on my Facebook page about what you guys wanted me to read into next. The retrograde was chosen. It's 11:29 p.m. where I am right now, and this retrograde is supposed to hit in less than 30 minutes. So those cool little edits that I normally do, pretty much out the window for this. I am going to do my gosh darn it to get this reading out for all 12 signs on the day this retrograde begins. Let's get started. Well, hello my beautiful Aries and those of you spying on your Aries counterpart. If you are new to my channel, well, my name is Marcia, and if you are not new, well, welcome back. First things first, subscribe, and then hit that bell icon, that like icon. Let's see. Now, if you're new to my channel, I talk rather quickly and I try to keep things under 10 minutes if possible. So we are here today to look into how this retrograde is treating you. All right, Aries, let's see. Now, it's going to affect others more, and some of you will fly under the radar. You got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I know some of you were not expecting this, especially if you're good when it comes to the retrogrades and so on and so forth. But what is this saying? We can't go. We can't do it. Aries, we're not going to do anything. All the funny takeaways, not today. We're going to have a conversation. I don't want to, on my watch, have you slip into piss poor habits all over again. Some of you are battling addiction, and some of you are addicted to people in your life. Some of you crave physical contact more than an emotional bond. Now, I'm going to say multiple things, so if you think that doesn't apply, just let it fly and we're going to keep it moving. But I need to tell you this retrograde has me worried for you. And I'm not saying one of you, two of you. I mean, if you are watching this, you're going to find out why I am worried for you, because I feel like some of you are about to kind of cower yourself into some risky behavior, some bad behavior, and no, it does not all have to deal with intimacy. Some of you are shutting your mouths when you should be speaking up. I am very concerned. Why? Because when I say it is going to grotesquely bite you in the butt, and it does not always have to affect you by hitting you directly. It can hit those around you that you love. So be very mindful when you shut your mouth to travesties when you should be speaking up. Be very mindful when you I wanted to say knock on the devil's door, but let's not offend, let's not put entities and just say things like that. This retrograde, I need you, Aries, to be very careful. You are a Spitfire for sure, but there are always bigger, stronger, more devious beasts out there than you. You know that, I know that. Well, hopefully you know that. Aries, now is not the time to test your luck. Now is not the time to test how many lives you actually have out of the 9 that cats have, just in case you missed that. Some of you have no excuse, no true excuse for the position you found yourselves in before this retrograde. I feel like it's for some of you, you are going to be publicly shamed, whether that's on social media, family outing, store run, whatever it is. It feels like a public shaming. And if you are an introvert, shoot, 2 people is a public shame, you know? But I really feel like someone is going to call you out, and it's going to have like a snowball ripple effect. So if you have any skeletons in your closet, which I feel every single living person does when they reach a certain age or have a certain level of living experience, either make sure you double lock that closet that they're kept in, or just count the days. This isn't happening to punish you per se, but it feels like it is happening to kind of shed light on certain things. Let's see. Let's see. The Moon card. Aries, you can only, when I say I need you to speak up, when I say I need you to double lock that skeleton closet, whatever you're going to, listen, let me say something. Okay, Aries, because a lot of people don't understand the way this works. Let's say you lived an effed up life for years, and then one day you decide to clean up your act. Those messed up years didn't just go away. You can be paid back at any point in time of your good deeds. Let's say you did 30 years of just being an amazing person. You can still be hit by the full effect of the things that you did in your past. And that's kind of what some of the stuff that I'm talking about. I know you're like, Marcia, what? This retrograde is not fun, and it's not funny. It's not fun, and it's not funny. And it's going to show you where in your life you've been wearing rose-colored glasses to make everything seem okay when it's really not. It's going to show you, and I don't want to say the term you've been playing yourself, but it's going to show you how you've been kind of trying to seal more and more and more stuff. The more stuff you do, the more you try to steal it. The more things that you say, the more people that you hurt, or the more harm that you kind of brush aside or glaze over. This retrograde is not going to be pretty. But the only way to break out of certain cycles, the only way to get out of certain situations is to have them brought to the forefront. That's what's happening. That's your retrograde. Anything else for Aries? 3 of Swords in reverse. I'm not saying now is the time to count your blessings, but I am saying now would be a good time to atone. A really good time. Like a really good time. Some of you are going to, during this retrograde, going to still try to move forward with things. You know exactly what I'm talking about. If something pops in your head, and let's say it has nothing to do with the words that come out of my mouth, but the minute something pops into your head, that is what this is referring to. Some of you are going to continue trying to glaze over things. It's time for you to confront them. You don't have much longer to run. And like I said, it doesn't even have to do with an act that you did, but something that you could have been privy to, or something that you could just be made aware of. It's time. Let me see if there is anything else. You are good enough. Take time to breathe out. Now, you're like, okay, Marcia, those were pretty good cards. What's the problem? What's the issue? You are good enough goes hand in hand with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Hand in hand. At least it does in my eyes. Why? Because a lot of people add on things. They could add on adornments, make themselves look nice. Some people take let's not say that. Some people take unnecessary things into their bodies to kind of fake the funk of things. Some people have an endless array of intimacy to kind of shield themselves from things. What this card is saying is, without all that fluff, without all of that craziness, you are amazing enough. You have a colorful enough story to tell. Take time to breathe out. It's twofold. One is prepare for the backlash, and two is just gratitude. Something you haven't been doing and probably haven't done in a very long time. Act of gratitude, purposeful gratitude. You know, we're all thankful for things, but to show true gratitude is something I feel, Aries, that you guys haven't done in quite some time. Dead serious. Dead serious. Aries, I'm going to stop this here. I know you guys are like, what, Marcia? No funny stuff for real? No funny stuff for real. Aries, this has been your retrograde reading. If you enjoyed it, or kind of impressed that I can do something that isn't silly and dramatic, hit that subscribe icon. Don't forget to hit that like button. And down below, if you are currently concerned about this retrograde, leave a comment. Let me know. Let me know what's going on so I can look into it for you. All right? All right? Until next time, have a good one. Bye.